This DJ Win, we checking in another episode, Win or Lose TV. And you know I got my dog Dreadlock Esco with me. What's up, Dread?
What's happening with you, my nigga?
Hey, how you feeling today, bro?
Just chilling, bro. You know what I mean? Another day, you know what I mean? Just trying to get this dollar up.
That's what it is. And I got my dog, straight from St. Pete, the one and only, man. Heather Marie.
Check.
How you doing?
What's
Heather
good?
Marie.
I'm good. How y'all doing?
Man, I'm doing great. I'm just working as usual. You know how it go with me.
Okay.
So what's up with you? That's what I want to know. You back making music now?
I'm back, Win. It's been a long time coming. It's time to get the people what they want.
I'm gonna get straight to it. Why the hiatus? Matter of fact, how long has it really been since you focused on pushing a main project? How long has it been since you really focused on pushing the main single?
Ooh, a main project. It's been about, I say, 5 years.
Half a decade. That's a long time.
And why I stopped is real life hit me. When my dad passed, that's what made me, I had to move my mom down here. I just had to grow up and realize, like, this is a dream that, I still got bills to pay. I got to fall back and get a security blanket if this doesn't work. And at the time, like, my mind just wasn't on it no more because my dad, he never supported the music. He never supported me doing music. And then so right around the time he was about to die, he was like, I actually listened to you and you was good. He was like, you need to keep pushing. And then he told me, like, those were his last words to me. Like, I believe in you. You need to. And so I always had that insecurity about me when I did music because, shit, my own dad didn't believe in me. And it's not... He just wanted better for me than him. Like, he wanted me to make something of myself. That's just a fugazi dream, Certain people only make it. So I don't know. I took these 5 years to really see what I wanted and build the patience that I know it's gonna take to really make it. And that's why I'm back.
So you think he was just giving you tough love at the time? He really deep down always supported you, but just wanted to give you that tough love because maybe, sometimes people think when they chasing a dream in music, because it's very, very hard to make it in music.
Yeah.
It's almost like winning the lotto to be successful at it pretty much. So you think he was just giving you tough love at the time?
Yeah, he definitely was giving me tough love. And, I mean, it set me back a while in life because I always like, oh, man, people ain't going to like me. Shit, my dad knocks me. So, people ain't going to like me. It always kept me in a shy shell, like, nah, you may not be good enough. Shoot, your dad won't even check you out. But then when he actually listened to it and was like, what the hell was I thinking? Like, you're good. And he wanted to see me perform, and my mom ended up falling. It was a show that I did in Jordan Park. My mom fell. They came to the show. My mom fell, so he had to leave. So he never got to see me perform. That's it.
Man, but I bet it was a great feeling knowing that he got to tell you that he really supported you and liked your music.
Yeah.
That make you feel good. I understand where you come from because my mom got murdered like it's 8 years this year. Mm-hmm. I feel like people think everybody takes pain and heals differently. You know what I'm saying? You can't put a time limit on that. And I feel like nobody is going to heal just when people think they should. You know what I mean? Because people be like, man, you ain't over it yet. I mean, I'm never going to be over it.
I don't think you ever get over it.
Exactly.
Because
you just learn how to deal with it.
You still find yourself looking for them in the world. Like when you see certain people that kind of put you in that description or... Shoot, the first time I ever got jealous was the first Father's Day after my dad passed. I had a dad for 20-something years, and now this is the first time I feel what it's like to not have a dad. So you ain't never going to heal from that.
Right.
Ever. I don't care how long. To me, time makes it worse. When it first happens and it's fresh, you can still hear their voice, still remember the last thing y'all talked about. As time goes by, shit, it makes it worse. You like, I just want to know you okay. I want to know where your soul went. But trust me, I remember my good friend AD, he called me and was like, when your mom had passed, and I thought he said you had passed at first. And I think that was a year after I lost my dad, so I already knew.
Yeah. It's tough, man, but you just gotta just keep pushing. I felt like it just made me go harder because I know my mom would not want me to just lay down, you know what I'm saying? Easily I could have just laid down. I think most people thought I would have laid down and not do nothing, but it's not in me to do that. I really pushed very hard after that, and I was numb for like 5 or 6 years. I'm just now coming out of numbness. That's what I explain as numb. It's like you a zombie. You know what I'm saying? And you just kind of got to get through that. So 5 years later, you here, you feel like you mentally ready to go move forward. And
Yeah.
what's your motivation besides that to really want to get back into it?
It always was my dream. Like I'm working a job now. I work at Frito-Lay. I put up chips. I told myself that's the most motivation I need. I don't want to be doing that the rest of my life. I want to be on the stage feeling alive, because going to a job it's routine. You wake up, do the same thing every day. When you on that stage and you hearing people recite your music and all that, like ain't no better feeling than that. And I write music. My dream is to make it so I can be a ghostwriter. I don't want to be an artist for too much longer, honestly. I want to make it so I can prove to myself, girl, you always had it to make it. But I really want to be a ghostwriter for the greats, for the Beyoncés.
Why not? Why haven't you really focused on that in the past? Like, is there a reason why you never really focused on that, or was your goal like, I'm gonna make it and get my foot in the door and then do that?
I just never knew who to contact, never had the connections. Like, besides you and a couple other DJs from the 727 that reached out to me when I had my little buzz back in the day, I don't really know where to go. I can be the first to admit I do music but knew nothing about the music business.
Okay. I only know how to keep it 100, so I'm gonna just say my opinion. Okay. I've always told you this. You always made great music. The music never was the issue. You had great hit records and could have been a national artist to me. I think you just never really left the city. I don't know why. Do you think you were just afraid to, or what do you? Why? I feel like you were reserved on where to go next and actually get out there. Because to me, this music's a contact sport. Yeah. I don't care what you're doing, what you got going on. It's contact sport. You got to get out there and work. You got to get out there and network. Even with the age of the internet. Okay, we don't pass CDs out like we used to. We don't put up the posters as much as like we used to, but you still got to be seen. You got to be moving around. It's a content world now. Yeah. So you got to be out there. So my question to you is why were you like reserved or so hesitant about leaving the city and actually putting in the work?
I feel like I was scared of, if I really went hard, of making it. So it's like I was scared of succeeding, but then I was scared of failing at the same time. So I would stay neutral. I would do just enough work to, okay, keep my name buzzing. But when things got real, I would always pull away from situations. Like, people have stepped to me wanting to sign me and stuff, but when I knew it was real on the table, I didn't want it. I wasn't ready at the time.
So would you say you're scared of fame?
Yeah. I'm very laid back, very shy. Off the mic, if you know me in real life, you know I'm very, very laid back, no drama, no nothing. I make a lot of music on my past stories, past situations, like the I Don't Do You Ho. That was something I went through when I was 18 years old. A fight that I got into with a girl that sparked that song. But as you grow older, people still want you to be this same, like, shoot, I want to live a long life, so I can't be just performing in the hole in the walls and not have a conscience that, oh man, they start shooting. And you know, the older I got, I was like, these are the songs that are making it, all the songs that are going to keep you in these hole in the wall clubs and having to fear for your life. And it came to a point where it's like, damn, do you want to do music or do you want to live? It was kind of like a fear. I was paranoid. The minute I get off the stage, let's go. Because you start seeing everybody from your city getting shot after the club. Or you're in the club with people that, damn, they done lost their life that same night you performed, and you kind of like, that could be me next. And I don't know. I think I just let the fear take over. But now it's like, we're going to die one day anyway. And so I'd rather die doing something I love than die just being somebody that's accepting.
What's your faith? Do you believe in God, or I mean, what do you?
Yes, I believe in a higher power. I believe in God. I'm not too big on religion, though.
Okay. That's cool. I was just curious, you know what I'm saying? I feel like everybody believes in something, whether they believe in God or don't believe in God. Everybody, to me, maybe they don't. Some people do. I was just curious. The song I Don't Do You Ho, like, people used to sing it word for word. That's when I knew, like, anybody that makes music, and whether it starts from your own city, and when the DJ cuts the music out and the whole club is singing it word for word, like, you got something.
Yeah.
I felt like if you would have at that moment, if you would have just left the city and just, even without direction, just go. You know what I mean? Just go to another city and reach out to as many DJs as you can. I think you could have did something. But as I say on other episodes of this here, I always say it's God's timing or it's the world's timing.
Yeah.
When you're ready for it, it'll happen. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and I believe I'm ready for it because I remember a show that you set up for me, Trina show. It was in St. Pete, and St. Pete showed up and showed love like they always do. But I went on stage. I was scared. The minute I got off stage, she pulled me to the side. What's your name, baby? I said, Heather Marie. Oh, you dope. Yeah, I think you and Surefire was standing right there. And I said, damn, I thought I was ready then. I wasn't ready. I was nervous, scared. Said, let me take some more time off.
Right.
I'm not ready yet. Like you feel it. Like, but now it's like the passion. I think I lost the passion for it. That's what it was. I lost the passion. When I started learning the business, it wasn't fun to me no more.
Right.
When I could just go in the studio, make a hit, not worried about, oh, you got to fit this type of image. You got to look like this, or you got to copyright this, or it just became cluttered.
It's the same for me. When I lost the passion for DJing at one point, and because it became business. When I used to do it just because I love to do it. I still love it. Don't get it wrong. And I everything I do in music is a passion. But when it becomes a business and you start seeing that the business is a fucked up business, and then it makes you, it takes away the passion. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But for me, this is all I know. And I'm not built for fame, never been built for fame. I just, in my mind, if I can make it in music and be successful, I can achieve the other goals that I want in life, which was always to give back to my community and help other people. Everybody has different goals.
You help a lot.
But that's what I'm saying. But I always thought, okay, I'll just deal with it. You know what I'm saying? Deal with the fame part, because I'm a very humble dude. I don't feel like I'm ever gonna change.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And you've been the same since I've known you, so I can vouch for that.
What makes you feel confident in being ready right now at this moment? 2020, moving forward, jumping back in it.
It's meaning behind it. It's everybody who believed in me started leaving. Like this setup we sitting in now, he was the first person who ever gave me my studio, taught me how to record. He gone. Was just writing me, oh, you need to get back on your music. When I see the supporters, I don't call people fans. I call them supporters, because you're a human just like me. When I see them in the stores and they still go crazy. Just last week, I'm in Walmart. Managers coming out, oh, they told me you rap. They taking pictures, and it's just like, girl, you got people that believe in you. You got to believe in yourself. And that's the thing. I just had to find that strength to realize, like, hey, I'm not the type of person that's going to get on stage, show my body. And a lot of people used to be like, oh, you got to change your image. So that would back me away from it. But once I got confident with myself, like, you got to be the best you could be, and don't let nobody change you. This is you. You a tomboy. You like sneakers. You finna go and give the world this. And the fans or the supporters or whatever, they always liked me for me. When I made a post and was like, I'm going to switch it up, I'm going to get more sexy, people was like, that's what I liked about you, Heather. You was always you. Why change?
Be yourself.
Yeah.
Well, in the world we live in, sex sells. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, like, I respect you for staying true to yourself and doing you. Yeah. So we 2 foot in, or we 1 foot in, 1 foot out?
We 2 foot in. I'm 2 foot, 2 hands, everything. I'm ready to go. I'm ready to go.
I want to see you. Me, I and I'm not doubting you. I just like to show and prove. You know what I'm saying? Because one thing about me, I've always supported people from the city. You know what I'm saying? Regardless if it's making a phone call to helping somebody get to the next, connect with the next dollars. And I'm always an open book like that. You know what I'm saying? Once you get to know me and I have a relationship with you, my number's always been open to every artist. You know what I'm saying? So, I want to see you win. So what's the plan? Where we at now? I know we got a bunch of crazy stuff going on with the coronavirus, and I hate to keep bringing that up, but it just is what's going on. So while all this craziness is going on, do you plotting, planning, or like what's the steps for you right now?
Believe it or not, I got over 100 new songs done. unreleased. I still got my old music that, you know, got his legs, started crawling, but it could probably still be pushed. Still got my same team, and I just added some new people. I got Dre, I got my homeboy AD, I got my new member, Luck.
Not to cut short, you and AD has been a supporter for you since, I mean, basically day one, from what I know, and he's always stuck with you. How did you guys' relationship start?
Man, it's crazy. I was the mail lady. I was delivering mail. And somebody we started a rap group with named Pac-Man, God bless the dead. Pac-Man and Kenny, they had passed away. And he got hold to one of our CDs because he hung with the boy Kenny who passed away. So I'm delivering mail. He comes running up. Hey, ain't you Heather? So I'm like, what's up? He's this little old thing come running up to me. Man, I look up to you guys. So me and Slugger, which is my cousin, we had pulled him under our wing. We took him to Miami for his first time. We went to Trick Daddy's studio. I think he was 14, had to get permission from his mom and stuff. And then he was just always a grinder, a go-getter. And it's like he was always there. He was always there to support. Like, he would hit the stage. I remember we would do shows back in the day. He'd be up there, his little self, just rapping, believing in himself. And he always had that go-getter about himself.
Yeah, I actually known him for a long time, too, myself, since he was a young kid. And he always been a solid dude. And one thing I like about AD is that he totally supports no matter what. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Like, he don't really hate on nobody or nothing like that. He work on his music, and even if people don't support him like how he supports other people, he still supports.
He's still
just a solid person. You know what I'm saying? So it's awesome to have that relationship with him and him still supporting you after all this time.
Yeah, and I try to do whatever I can, like any opportunity I get. If they give me an open act for one of my shows, he's up there. Nobody else. I'm putting my dog up there to give him his shot.
That's dope.
Yeah.